everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm trying a new setup here with some new lighting, and I'm filming in a different room. And so to test this setup out, I'm going to do a little bit of a get ready with me using some new products. So you can let me know in the comments below how this lighting is, or any comments about the products I'm going to be using, because these are some new things that I'm going to be showing, and I've showed in another video where I did a little haul with some of these products in it. So leave me a comment below and tell me what you think. Okay, the first thing I'm going to try is this e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Primer. This is the green one. For foundation, I'm going to be using my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous foundation, and I'm going to be using one of these new Eco Tools sponges, and this is what it is, wet. And if you can see, the both sides is like flat, but this one is longer, and this one is like a shorter flat side with the rounded end. So I'm going to be using this biggest flat side for probably most of my face. Now I'm going to be using my Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer Highlighter in shade Fair. Now, as you've seen in my haul video, these came as a duo set, and one is smaller than the other one, which both have, the smaller one also has a slanted side that goes farther down, and then this is the short slanted side with the round bottom. So I'm going to try this short flat side to do my highlighter concealer. Okay, this one seems to be a little more dense. This one's more spongy, but I like the size of this one actually better than this, which I guess this one could be used all over the face as well. Okay, now I'm gonna set all of that with my CoverGirl True Match pressed powder. I'm gonna use an IBY Beauty powder brush to set that with. Okay, now I'm going to use my Je ne sais quoi lip treatment from It Cosmetics. I really like this stuff. Now I'm going to be using this e.l.f. palette. I also got this in my haul. If you've watched that video, you will have seen it. And it's got that real shiny packaging on it. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And I'm going to be using the bronzer and the highlight out of this. Okay, to apply the bronzer, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. angled brush. And this is the bronzer in this. Looks like it is light enough for my skin tone. If you see me keep looking up here, I have a mirror up here and a mirror there, and there's my monitor, so I'm looking in all of them. Now for the blush, I'm going to, this is another thing that was in my haul, and this is the new Lorac, the California Collection blush palette. And I'm going to be using this blush right here. I'm going to be using a Jessup powder blush brush, and this is in the shade Ray. And I usually like to take a stippling brush and kind of go over that and blend out the edges. And this is a crown brush. Now I'm going to go back into that e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to use the highlighter, and I'm going to be applying that with an e.l.f. blush brush. Now this is my kind of highlight. It's more on the subtle side. These kind of highlighters do not emphasize the pores and the wrinkles as much as those that are really bright and shiny. And then I like to do a little on the nose. The Cupid's bow, and a little dab on the chin to brighten up the middle of the face. Okay, I've applied my eyebrows off camera because that takes so long. And for eyeshadow, I'm going to use some of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. So these are the eyeshadows that I have. Okay, these two in the corner are extra. This is a Beaches and Cream that I got in the February BoxyCharm, and this is a Frappe that I think I got in a different BoxyCharm several months ago. So I'm going to be using a Sedona Lace EB13. I think it's what that says. This came in my February BoxyCharm box, and I have a couple of these already, and so I like these kind of brushes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the Beaches and Cream. And put that kind of all over the lid. I think this type of brush is kind of between a Sigma F40 and would be the Sigma E25, I think. It's kind of in between those brushes as far as blending and packing on color. And now I'm going to go into The I think this one is Peach Smoothie. I hardly ever use my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I don't know why, I just tend to forget about them. So I'm using this as a transitioning color. And I'm going with something just kind of everyday. So now the next shade I'm going to use is Creme Brulee. This one right here. Just kind of going just a little darker with each one. And I'm using the same eye brush, the Sedona Lace EB13, I think. So what I said. Now I think Makeup Geek is some of the best eyeshadows for the price, and you just don't hear that much about them. But they are very good. They are some of the best that I have. As well as I like the Lorac and the Too Faced and some of the other eyeshadow palettes that I have. I would be hard pressed to not put Makeup Geek eyeshadows right up there with the best of them, because they're really soft and blendable. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this shade right here. Is the other one that I got in my February Boxy Charm box, and it's called Glamorous, and it's like a kind of a gold shimmery color. I'm going to use my finger and put that on the eyelid. I would like to have one of every Makeup Geek eyeshadow that there is. Because she really has some good ones. I don't have any of her pigments, and I know a lot of people like those. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with that same brush, and I'm going to go into this Frappe shade here. It's just a little darker than the others I've already used. And we'll put that like on the outer V for some dimension. And then I'm going to take my Sedona Lace 863 and blend all that out. Then I'm going to take another Sedona Lace brush, and it's an angled brush, can't tell the number. I'm going to go into this shade here, which is Cocoa Bear, and I'm going to put some of that on the lower lash line. And I'm going to take some of this Mocha, and I'm going to put that along my top lash line with the same angled brush. And then I'm going to take some of that same Mocha and go over the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to take my Encore pencil brush and blend that bottom lash line. Okay, now to curl the eyelashes, and I'm going to have my little mirror. And I'm going to be using the CoverGirl So Lashy mascara. I've still not made up my mind what I think about this mascara. Okay, now I'm finished with the mascara, and it seems like the more that I use this, the CoverGirl So Lashy, and I've have it in the waterproof. Seems like the more I use it, the better I'm liking it. So now I'm going to do the lips, and this is the lipstick that came in my February BoxyCharm. And I never know how to pronounce this name. It's Deuce or Douse, something like that. And I have to list the color, the shade in the description box below because it's not on it anywhere. But I think this is really cool packaging. I like how that slopes. But it happens to be this beautiful shade of red. I'm going to try and apply this with out and lip liner. So wish me luck. Now I think this is supposed to be a matte lipstick, but it doesn't look like it's going to be one of those real dry kind of mattes, if you know what I mean. I think I'm really going to like this shade of red. It's not, the kind of reds that I don't like are the ones that has the orange undertones. This is more of a, I think, a blue red. And like I said, I think on the card it's supposed to be matte. But it doesn't look matte, it doesn't look glossy. This is my finished look. Thanks for getting ready with me, and I'll see you next time.